On August 6, 2025, President Donald Trump announced a game-changing 100% tariff on imported semiconductors and chips. Unless companies build in the U.S., reported by CNBC, this move sent U.S. stock futures climbing and sparked global debate. What does it mean for tech giants, investors, and your wallet? Join us to break down the market reaction and what's next. Late Wednesday, August 6, 2025, President Trump dropped a bombshell. A 100% tariff on all imported semiconductors and chips, set to be detailed next week. But there's a catch. Companies building in the United States like Apple, Nvidia, or TSMC are exempt. Speaking alongside Apple CEO Tim Cook, Trump said, "If you're building in the United States, there's no charge." This follows Apple's pledge of $100 billion in U.S. investments over 4 years on top of $500 billion already committed. The chip companies are all coming back home. The tariff, tied to a Section 232 national security investigation, aims to bring chip manufacturing back to the U.S. Since 2020, over 130 projects worth $600 billion have been announced, including TSMC's $165 billion for Arizona plants and Nvidia's $500 billion for AI infrastructure. But details are murky. How much U.S. production qualifies for exemptions? For U.S. consumers, this could mean pricier smartphones, cars, and TVs if tariffs hit. U.S. stock futures climbed early Thursday, August 7th, as investors digested Trump's tariff plan. Dow futures added 40 points, while S&P 500 and NASDAQ 100 futures rose 0.26% and 0.28%. Apple's shares surged 3% in after-hours trading, building on a 5% gain, thanks to its $600 billion U.S. investment pledge. Nvidia and TSMC also gained, as both have committed to U.S. manufacturing, potentially dodging the tariff. Globally, markets had mixed reactions. Japan's chip giants like Tokyo Electron fell up to 5% before recovering, while TSMC and Samsung rose 4% and 2%, likely due to their U.S. factory plans. The Semiconductor Industry Association notes global chip sales grew 19.6% by June 2025, but critics warn tariffs could disrupt supply chains, raising costs for U.S. consumers. The S&P 500 and NASDAQ are up 1.7% and 2.5% this week, signaling cautious optimism. Who wins? Companies like Apple, Nvidia, and TSMC with major U.S. investments are set to benefit from tariff exemptions. TSMC's $165 billion Arizona project and Nvidia's $500 billion AI push make them clear winners, per analyst Daniel Newman. Smaller firms without U.S. plants like those in the Philippines face devastating costs, with 70% of their exports at risk. Consumers could see higher prices for laptops, cars, and even refrigerators if tariffs stick. Critics like Senator Elizabeth Warren call Trump's tariff approach erratic, deterring investment. National security experts worry exemptions could keep the U.S. reliant on Taiwan, vulnerable to Chinese tensions. Investors should watch Thursday's jobless claims and earnings from Eli Lilly and Pinterest for market cues. With volatility low, per LPL Financial's Christian Kerr, stocks may stay resilient, but clarity on tariff details is key. Trump's 100% chip tariff, announced August 6, 2025, is shaking up markets, boosting U.S. stock futures and rewarding companies like Apple and Nvidia building stateside, but higher prices and global trade tensions loom. Visit CNBC.com for more, and share your investment moves with #TrumpTariffs on X. Like, subscribe and hit that bell for more market updates. How will you navigate this tariff shakeup? Tell us in the comments. Thanks for watching and stay sharp in the markets.